and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa and I make videos all about becoming a female entrepreneur, which is currently a little bit on hold while I start my master's degree, but anyway. Also fashion interning, because I have a range of experience within that, so I'm going to be sharing my stories all about that. Also lifestyle, like bedroom tips to make your room look really cute, as well as my university life and tips for yours. So if you are interested in the sounds of any of that content, then please stick around and subscribe and like this video if you enjoy it. So today's video is going to be all about what it's like working at Victoria's Secret. So I was a Christmas temp at Victoria's Secret last year, and it was honestly one of my favourite like temporary jobs I've done. It was just so fun, and there was a lot of like girls my age as well. It was just really enjoyable. Everyone was lovely. So if you're looking for a video where I literally slander everyone at Victoria's Secret, then this isn't it, because I love all of their stuff. I literally have Victoria's Secret everywhere. And working there was really nice too, which I don't know what I was expecting really, but it was a really enjoyable experience. So today I'm going to talk to you about some tips for working there, as well as the interview. So if you have an interview for Victoria's Secret coming up, or you want to work there, or you want to work there in the future, then hopefully this video will be perfect for you. I have them all written down in my notebook, so let's get going. So the first part of this video will be the interview. Really important before any interview, especially retail roles, I think personally, is to look up the interview questions or any details about the interview. Just literally Google Victoria's Secret interview and then go on Indeed and Glassdoor, because they are the places where people will write their experiences or their interview questions that they got given, or what it was like, what to wear as well, very important. So it can be really useful, because sometimes people will put the exact questions, especially maybe if they were ex-staff, they might literally put the questions that they would have asked staff. They may have changed, because I know that retail shops change their interview questions regularly, because obviously people share them online, but they can't change that much, you know, like. So definitely check those out. I know I did, and I read that Victoria's Secret staff have to wear all plain business wear black. So I did that for the interview, and I think it looked quite good, because it showed that I researched the uniform before I even went to the interview. So definitely do that. Next tip is to be prepared. So before any interview, again, obviously, this can apply to really any retail role, or any other role, but I'm talking about retail specifically. You need to be prepared. So you need to write some notes and read them through. Like, I always get the bus everywhere I go because I can't drive yet, so, or the train. So I'm always reading through my notes, or write them on your phone and read them through. Practice with a family member or a friend or something the night before. To make sure you're all sorted, you can say it confidently, and honestly once you get in there it will just flow, like you won't be able to stop yourself, you'll just go for it. So yeah, definitely make sure you've practiced, and make sure you have your questions written down, your answers to your questions. Finally, make sure you have 2 questions to ask at the end. This is very important, because they will say, have you got any questions? And then you go, no, but you need to think of some, and there's always something you can ask about the dress code, or about what do you like about working here. My favourite one is, what would a typical day look like for me, because it gives you a bit more of an insight into working at that specific place. So they are my tips for the interview. So next I'm going to talk about when you start. So this is from my experience working there as temporary Christmas staff, but I assume it is pretty much similar if you're going to be permanent, or like Easter temp staff or whatever. So first of all, you need to bring your documents. So they will obviously give you an email listing all the things you need to bring on your first day. Bring them. I know that sounds really obvious. Make sure you read the email carefully. know exactly what you need to bring, have them prepared, have photocopies prepared. Just go all out and make sure you have everything in a little cute folder and remember them because on my first day I forgot my documents and all the other girls, oh my god, all the other girls that were starting remembered them and I'd forgotten them. So make sure that you have your documents exactly what they ask when they ask. Just like inject it into your brain because it's a bit embarrassing if you've forgotten them, and sometimes this has happened to me in the past in other roles. It can prevent you from even starting, so make sure you have your documents. It will normally be proof of address, a P45 from a last job or national insurance number, and your passport or your other form of ID. Also, on the first day or the first few days, you will be training. Even if you've worked in previous retail roles, you obviously need to be trained for all of their equipment, you know, tills, system, all of that. So what happened to me when I was at Victoria's Secret, we were all given iPads, and on these iPads they had this app called Victoria's Secret University, and it literally just went through the process of the tills, of like all the customer service, everything, health and safety was all on this app. And we also had to watch quite a few videos about the brand, like what their key like selling mottos and things are, all that kind of thing. So yeah, it'll be like a couple of days of training and watching things and reading things and using this app. So definitely be prepared for that, have your brain ready, get a good night's sleep before. Don't be too nervous because it's not too intense. The first couple of days really are alright, like you don't have to do much. And then by the end of the first week or first few days you were there, I and the other people that were starting with me ended up shadowing other people who were already working there. So the way it works at Victoria's Secret is everyone is put into a specific area, especially in the one I was in because it was quite big. So there's different sections that you will learn once you work there. So there's Dream Angels, and then there's Beauty, and then there is Bombshell. So there's different areas of the store, and you will be on like a segment, I think it's normally an hour segment, and you'll be in that section of the store. So I was shadowing on my first day, like actually working on the floor. I was shadowing a girl working in Beauty, so I was cleaning up all the testers for the perfumes and all the sprays and the lotions and all of that stuff. I was enjoying it a lot and I'm still obsessed. So yeah, that's what you can expect, and it's really not that horrible or intense or scary. My team were really nice and they didn't make you do anything you weren't confident with. So yeah, you will just be shadowing someone, watching what they do, and they'll be helping you to learn what to do. I'd say by the end of that week, or maybe the next week you're there, you will start to learn the tills. As I said, you will have learnt this in Victoria's Secret University, so you might go through that again to make sure you know before you go on the tills. And I was on there with another new starter as well, so that made it better. We could like learn together, and we practiced like buying things from each other on the tills before we actually dealt with a real customer, and that was really good. And also you will be next to somebody who is very experienced and can help you, and if you get stuck you can just say, sorry, I'm new to the customer, and then someone will help you. Like, it's really nothing to worry about. I was freaking out about going on tills because it's quite a big store that I was in, but it was actually really fine. You will not be left alone until you're fully confident. So the final section I'm going to talk about is working at Victoria's Secret in general. Absolute favourite thing about working there was the fact that everybody got a radio, sort of like a walkie-talkie. So you put it on your ear, like Britney Spears, and then it had a wire and you clipped it to your clothes, and honestly it was amazing. So everybody that was working at that time, like on that shift with you, had one. So people in the stock room, people on the tills, people on the floor. So if you were the customer and you needed something from the stock room, you could just say, hello, people in the stock room, have you got blah blah blah, and then the people in the stock room can check for you. It was brilliant. I think every shop should have that, especially big ones. Also, people who are on the tills and there's a queue of customers growing can just be like, hi, we need someone else to jump on the till, and someone can just jump on the till. Amazing, brilliant. You will like that, and it saves the awkwardness when you're new of like having to find a member of staff to ask them something. You can just literally, because you have so many questions when you're new, you can just go on the radio and be like, hi, what's blah blah blah, or hi, where's this, and then they just tell you. It just saves a whole lot of awkwardness. It's great. Don't have to leave customers unattended, so it's fab. As I said previously, definitely wear all black. That is the dress code. I'd avoid even check things. I think they said that was alright, I can't remember. But yeah, wear all black, smart clothes, definitely. I did 25 hours per week, so that was like 3 days a week. And the break / lunch, depending on what shift you're doing, will always be 4 hours before the end, which I actually really liked, and it meant that everybody got a fair break. So just something to take into account. At the start of every shift there was like a daily briefing. I can't remember what it was called now, but everyone got into a group and then you were briefed on like the sales targets for the day, any incentives, because sometimes if you sold a certain amount of things you could win something like a free bra. It was brilliant. I never did, but I wanted to. It did work on me. Sales, because that might be something else you're worried about if you are starting there. You honestly just get chatting to a customer, or they come up to you and ask you stuff, and you just take them to where it is. Like if you're a bit shy like me, it kind of just happens to you. You don't really, you can try and approach, but normally customers will approach you, so just don't freak out about that. You will get there. Just put yourself out there, be confident, and you will do it. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and it was useful for you, especially if you're going to be starting at Victoria's Secret or you want to work there, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, I hope that was useful, and if it was, please give this video a like and subscribe because I make similar content to this. And I'll see you in my next video.